Hi everyone, I'm Catherine Martin, founder of QuietTime Ministries. And every day I have the privilege of meeting alone with the one who actually created me, who made the world. His name is Jesus, and He is King of Kings and Lord of Lords. And this is my quiet time. I recently had the opportunity to go horseback riding. And when I was given my particular horse, I was told that I would have to keep an eye on him because he was always hungry and would be distracted by all the leaves and other things that he likes to eat along the way. Well, I wasn't too worried because I've been riding horses since I was a little girl, and I'm pretty confident when I ride. This was no ordinary trail ride. There were about 12 of us, and we were led through streams, up and down hills. It was a great ride. It was a lot of fun. But my horse was very easily distracted. We'd be going along, and there'd be some green leafy trees to the side of the path. And my horse, the first time he saw it, he immediately turned to it, getting me off the path into the brush. Since I held the reins, I pulled his head in the direction of the path and the other horses, and I was able to turn him back in the right direction. But after that time, I can tell you, I held the reins in such a way that I helped that horse look in one direction and not get distracted by things that would take us in places we definitely did not want to go. And you know, I find in myself that I am sometimes easily distracted, just like that horse. I'm looking to the right, I'm looking to the left, I'm looking at circumstances, people, things, and I am taking my eyes off of Jesus and where and how He is leading me. Then what happens is that the wrong things have influence in my life, and then circumstances can discourage me. I may compare myself to the wrong things, like people, and then end up taking my eyes off of the goals and plans that God has for me. I remember many years ago reading a prayer by Ann Kimmel that went something like this: Lord, help me to not try to be like someone else, because then your dreams for me in this world will die. Now, that doesn't mean we can't have mentors who disciple us, great men and women of God who serve as models for us, but there is a fine line there where we've got to keep our eyes fixed on Jesus and follow Him, understanding that our life is unique and He is shaping us for unique plans and purposes that He has in mind. So I love Hebrews 12, verses 1 to 3, and they were such an encouragement to me in my quiet time. Hebrews 12, 1 to 3. Listen to these words. Therefore, since we have so great a cloud of witnesses surrounding us, let us also lay aside every encumbrance and the sin which so easily entangles us, and let us run with endurance the race that is set before us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the author and perfecter of faith, who for the joy set before Him endured the cross, despising the shame, and has sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. For consider Him who has endured such hostility by sinners against Himself, so that you will not grow weary and lose heart. Here I'm encouraged to keep my eyes fixed on Jesus, the author and perfecter of my faith. The only way I'm going to be able to run my race in such a way that I can win and not grow weary and lose heart is to stay free of the distractions and look in only one direction, at Jesus. He says, follow me. And that means to go in His direction as He leads and guides us. I loved what I read by Lilias Trotter. who was a missionary many years ago. And let me just say that she was incredibly gifted. You know, she could have been a world-renowned artist, but instead was led by Jesus to go on the mission field as an obscure, unknown missionary. And might I add, she was like those in the Hall of Fame of Faith in Hebrews 11, unknown, yet well known by Jesus. Oh, what an intimate relationship she had with the Lord. And here's what she wrote. I am beginning to see that in God's work, it is a dangerous thing to let even thoughts and longings stray unbidden by Him. Before we know it, we have to go out of our trenches, so to speak, into a spiritual no man's land where we and the work are a mark for the enemy. And then she prays, let me not wander out of thy commandments. And in another part of the devotional I read by her, she said that when you walk with Jesus and you talk with Him, you are not distracted, and you will find yourself taken up in working out the ministry He calls you to and not worrying about what everyone else is doing. I just needed to read those words by Lilias Trotter. Friends, we have got to stay the course. We have got to keep fighting the fight of faith and follow Jesus. Leave the rest with Him. Lord, thank you for reminding me very simply to keep my eyes fixed on you. And that's my quiet time for this week. God bless you as you continue on in the great adventure of knowing Him.